Sorry. I didn't even think of that.
Thanks, man. Oh,
the joys of having new stuff that you haven't had to think about yet.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dudes Watch a Movie. Episode 420.
Nice.
No, actually, I don't remember what the episode number is. I'm sure you might. Maybe, if it matters, it'll be put on the video title, I'm sure. That being said, it is April, and you voted for it, unsurprisingly, for the theme of April. 420 Blaze It April. Doesn't really fit in a rhyme scheme.
Like a fun way to say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's more of a date thing, you know?
It's just, yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but April the 20th is 420, and people make a big deal about it.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
No way.
It's weird.
Crazy. It's like people move to certain states just to specifically celebrate a holiday that is not even official.
Yeah. Also, remind me to bring that up because I have information about that later.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't do trivia this time.
That's okay. I think I have enough on this one.
I'm all right with that. Okay, so that being said, our theme, as I said, Blaze It 420, April. Yeah, that was your vote. We had 17 votes for that, and what came in second was Anime April. It might make a comeback for Anime.
There you go.
I wanted to say Manga May, but it's like, Anime sounds better. So maybe it'll be on the list, so, cast your votes. And nobody shared it other than myself, but I did put a point in there. If you share it, we'll get more votes. So if you're trying to squeeze in what you want specifically, you can probably get your gang of friends to vote for that too. Just saying.
Strategy.
Yeah. So that vote took place, and we went ahead and, well, I didn't pick the movie. It was
Viewer submitted.
It was viewer submitted, yes. One of our fans / been in our films in previous years
and
submitted it.
Real good buddy until tonight.
Yeah. Shame on you.
Oh, man, I'm probably going to have to beep that out just in case.
That's okay. You probably should.
But you know who you are.
You know who you are.
You know who gave this movie. You should probably turn it off now unless you're about, you just don't want to hear.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear.
That being said, thank you to Mr. User Submitted or Mrs. User Submitted. Either way, we watched this film. Yeah, I was expecting it to be bad, but not as bad as it was. I don't want to say it was a movie for its time, but there was a lot of things. It just didn't age well.
I seriously think we need to change the name of our podcast. It was a movie for its time.
Movies for their time until we start watching something that's new.
Yeah. If you ever want to do merch down the line again, movie for its time.
T-shirt ideas.
It was How High, by the way.
Yes, the movie was How High.
We're getting ahead of ourselves with how much we need to talk about this movie.
I will go ahead and read the plot synopsis. Not that it needs to be read, because I'm assuming you know exactly what it's about, like every other movie.
I was kind of shocked at what the actual story of it was. I didn't see that coming.
Stories in quotes, for sure. There wasn't... Anyway, two guys by the name of Silas and Jamal decide to one day smoke something magical, which eventually helps them to ace their college entrance exams. Might I say, the one thing that caught me off guard, and I thought it was trying to be subtle, but everybody else was following it, was their SATs were called THCs. I don't want to say clever jab, but
It's one of the better ones,
I suppose, of the other, yeah. So anyway, that's my my synopsis of this plot. What do you have to say out of the gate, my friend?
It was really weird for the
to say the least.
Well, yeah, the movie, but we should have known because it starts off with a super weird early contender for what the fuck moment. They do the Universal logo, and E.T. flies by on the bicycle.
I was busy with my notes.
You were getting the notes ready, but they're like celebrating the 20th anniversary of E.T. I'm like,
with this film?
Yeah, okay, I guess. Did every movie that came out that year from Universal have that on there? Because if I'm E.T., I don't really want to be associated with this film.
So it was made by Universal?
Mm-hmm. Right? Like, it's got money.
Maybe that's why they had such a top-billed cast. Like, there was a lot of semi-famous people for their time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, keep going. Sorry.
It was just, I didn't expect it to be by Universal. Like, it seemed like it was going to be one of those really B movies. That's the way I always thought about it. Like, and I realized it towards the end of the movie, but comedy movies in the early 2000s suck.
Yeah.
Like, they're all really low budget. They don't really have much of a story, and it's just mostly gross out gags.
I don't want to say it maybe because it's the stoner genre that was the comedic stoner genre movies. They're very, I don't even want to say slapsticky because
they weren't even really that.
Yeah.
It was just gross out humors and like bad parody and like being really on the nose.
Yeah. That sums it up.
It reminds me of,
you have okay looking girls.
Yeah.
You have fart jokes.
Mm-hmm.
You've got
Multiple.
It's tropes maybe. There's a lot of tropes thrown in there.
A lot of them. And I was starting to wonder, did they make these or did they just take them? Because I don't know anymore. But it's not. I don't think it's necessarily a stoner movie that is the issue. Because like technically, The Big Lebowski is one. Which, man, we should have just watched that again. That'd be great.
It didn't. I don't want to.
Or Pineapple Express is one. It's okay. Tenacious D to a degree is one, and it's closer to this style of movie where it doesn't really have much of a story, but at least they sing funny songs.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird.
I don't want to say maybe it was a production value thing that made it better in the sense like you said, Pineapple Express. It's a great movie. Mm-hmm. It's just I don't know if it was because it was made well by someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or what it was that made it better.
It's probably because it was written by actual like comedy writers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I guess I didn't look in to see who wrote this movie, but it kind of seemed like Method Man and Redman watched Friday and were like, we could do that. Yeah, we can do that.
Director Jesse Dillon. I don't know. And writer Dustin Lee Abraham.
Oh, even worse.
I don't know who that
Someone
is.
actually wrote this and thought it was good, and it wasn't just them thinking it'd be funny to make a movie.
Jesse Dillon created and leads Wandros, a production company that tells the stories of the most innovative organizations and individuals by translating their ideas and projects. He makes known how they are helping change the world. I wonder if that was edited recently.
Yeah, that seems a little off. Although his synopsis there kind of sounds like what the supposed plot of this movie was.
Right.
He was making new, exciting research to make
He's
the world
made
better.
Commercials for clients including Nike, Nintendo, Motorola, American Express, Major League Baseball, NFL, and MTV. Boy, I'm going to say he started off rough, and he must have done a lot better for himself, I hope.
Why was he trying to make a true serum?
I couldn't tell you.
What was his launch pad for? It was like, that's what I'm going to do with it. That's how I'm going to change it.
I mean, I guess he tried the healing thing with the dude's neck at one point, but the truth serum, I guess it's like, hey, what's going to benefit the world? Truth serum. Yeah, maybe.
It almost feels like they just kind of made it up as they went. They're like, now what should we do? What would be funny now? I don't know. Let's go have a robot race, I guess.
I could 100% see that.
The whole thing was weird. Secret handshakes are lame. The whole thing just makes me realize how much I do not miss 2001.
Dustin Lee, I was just talking about that writer. Mm-hmm. He also is known for his work on CSI Crime Scene Investigation.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like you go from that to that's what he's known for. CSI, How High, and Freeman, whatever that is. It's just,
prolific.
That's a span of
it's a weird
genres right there. So yeah. Anyway, back to the film at hand.
He smokes his friend, his ashes. That's weird.
That is weird. Right out the bat.
Another early what the fuck moment contender for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that I don't want to say I saw it coming, but given how ridiculous the film was, I kind of saw it coming. That he was gonna
smoke him.
See,
I thought it was weird that he had the shovel there, and I was like, what is he? I was like, oh no. No. And then he did it. He smoked his friend. That's super gross. They did a lot of really gross stuff in this movie.
They did.
When they dug up the president, which one was it? Quincy Adams?
Yep, John Quincy Adams.
Yeah, they dig him up, and then they have the whole scene where they're like chopping off the
that's
bones.
where the movie took a real weird turn for me.
Yeah, and they're like, dig him up, come on, have some respect. He's the president. I'm like, this is like it's weird, but I don't know, it wasn't funny. It was just weird,
more cringy.
Yeah, that's actually really good. This movie is very cringy and lost. It just didn't age well.
My notes are just full of take the THC. Oh, what? A wannabe SAT. Dude's unibrow is just, yeah, what?
Oh, yeah, the one that died. What was his name? It started with an I, right? Ivory?
Ivory, yes. Yeah. I'm the new Buddha. Yeah, okay. I just have a lot of what comments. I loved your comment, though. What an okay ass.
Yeah. They look at that girl's butt when she walks by. I'm like, yeah, that's really okay.
For those who may not want to watch the film, that's okay. I don't blame you. There's a specific scene where a decently attractive lady decides to walk across, and there's that scene, basically what you would expect from Friday. That moment where the lady walks by and has an okay ass. That's about the extent of it. That's what I'm saying. Like, all these 2000 early movies didn't have over the top. It was that somewhat believable middle.
This one went straight overboard, though.
Well,
they went as far as they could with some of those dream sequences.
True, I suppose. Yeah. Although I just can't cringe enough on this film.
I'm kind of wondering because the person that requested this movie or told us to watched it obviously when he was younger, when all these jokes wouldn't be so weird and cringy.
I actually have notes about that.
I'm wondering if it's just we missed it. Like, if we didn't watch it when we were younger, it's just like, okay, so Malibu's Most Wanted is a fucking awful movie, but I watched it when I was like 12 and I thought it was the funniest thing, and I'm wondering if it's the same deal where I can still watch Malibu's Most Wanted and the whole time know how shitty it is, but I'm still laughing at how just fucking dumb it is.
I'm ashamed to say at one point I owned that movie.
I still do. It's over there.
Ooh. Okay, well, then I don't feel so bad.
It's okay. I don't watch it.
It's just for the collection. I swear.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I actually have that in my film. My things I didn't like about the movie. So I'm gonna jump to that, but I'm not concluding here. I said it's so littered with stereotypes that maybe if I was younger and watched it when it came out, I could see myself enjoying it a bit. But it was just cringe through the whole film. It just didn't age well, and I mean, it's a film for its time.
And it was like weirdly, like, not only gross, but it was also like weirdly like sexist and kind of rapey and really racist. Like,
I'm gonna say if it came out now, it wouldn't pass. We're so PC right now that something like that would have just been downtrodden right away.
Yeah, and this is one of those instances where I'd be like, yeah, it's okay. I'd do fine without it.
Yeah.
Ugh. That was, I don't know. But he's like, yeah, just let me grab her titty. She won't even notice me. I'm like, what?
Stop.
What?
Stop right now.
That's weird. You're being fucking weird. And before we get off 2001, it really was a space odyssey. I tell you what, I can't get past the fashion in this movie. It's all really baggy clothes, like obnoxiously baggy clothes, Timberlands, wearing bandanas underneath hats, or multiple layers of like sweatshirt shit. And it just makes me so happy that that's done. Like,
just wait, it's gonna come back around.
They would be wearing shit with like one of their arms hanging out of the hoodie, and I've seen that come back lately, and it irritates the shit out of me.
Were you half wear your clothes?
Well, it seems silly when you just wear something a certain way because that's just cool.
You remember those pants with like the zip off legs?
Yep.
I used to have those.
It's equally as just like irritating to me as trip pants. It's just the hip hop version of trip pants is to wear something like, there's no way that's more comfortable to wear. It's just, there's chains everywhere. You got to assume you're sitting on them. They're clanging around everywhere you go. I bet you step on your pants at least 10 times a day. It's got to be irritating. I remember,
and maybe it was the era of the peak era of fruit boots, rollerblades, for those who don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's not PC anymore either.
I was in a vacation in Colorado with my parents, and I remember we stopped at a gas station, and I saw a younger couple. I was myself young at this time, so they were probably in their teens. I don't know. Either way, they had the overly baggy jeans that like encase your foot and then some, with the back of them all shredded. And I was just thinking to myself, why?
Yeah. Oh, I used to.
It's
do
like
that.
wearing a dress per leg.
I mean, they weren't that extremely baggy, but I definitely did it where I was stepping on the back of them.
I mean, that's I can get that, but they probably fit with your leg, right?
No, these were like
I mean, I'm not saying
at
like
least
straight
two
leg, but,
sizes too wide and too big.
like, these were excessive.
Yeah, no, like it wouldn't hide my whole foot.
Like they would
no.
go over a pair of rollerblades.
I just
type
looked like a creative skater from Tony Hawk. Imagine that amount of bag.
Oof. Oof, lots of sag.
Yeah.
I used to have a pair, I think they were Jinkos. I don't know, but the
Nice.
the back butt pocket went down like past the bend of my knee. I don't know the practicality for it,
No.
but I remember once putting my wallet in there and then immediately regretting it because I'd have to do this awkward thing where I'm like
Let me
half
go with
shoving
the whole
my
zip
entire
code here.
arm down the ass of my pants, being like, just a second, let me get my Velcro wallet out for you. And then I invested in the chain wallets.
Oh, jeez.
Whew, blunder years indeed.
Yeah, my sister was a big fan of this movie, which makes sense because she would have been in high school when this movie was coming out. I think it was like her senior year, something like that. And she had some FUBU stuff, which they like to keep bringing back the boo-foo in this movie.
Buy you, buy us, fuck you.
Bias, fuck you. See, they have every now and then a couple kind of funny things, but
Some
it's
quirks.
not near enough. No.
Not enough to, I keep missing the word. Not enough to justify it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Words.
Pretty much everyone in this movie sucked, though.
Yeah. I'm not going to disagree.
Should have known off as soon as I saw Fred Willard, who was like the old guy that played the Dean's boss. Any movie that guy's, I shouldn't say any because he's in a couple good ones, but the majority of movies he's in are bad. Like just like all the the superhero movie and date movie and all that kind of shitty style of humor, which bad stretch of years for comedy.
Right.
It was all parody comedy, but not only like a handful of them were good. Everyone was like, "Scary Movie did well. Let's make a shit ton of those."
At what point do you just realize, stop, get some help?
It's kind of shitty though, because like I like Method Man a lot. Good
Can't say I've
rapper.
listened to any of his music. I mean, I may have heard him like featuring Method Man or Redman, but I've never heard his main stuff. I'm pretty sure I have, because
say,
you're
if
going to
I-
call me out on
yeah.
this, and I'm going to say, oh yeah, I know, but
Like METHOD.
yeah, okay.
Man. There it is. Any Wu-Tang song that you've heard will most likely have him on it. Or
That would make sense.
in a beautiful point in time, he was pals with Frederick Durst. And they have a song together, and I love it. Like I said, I understand things from my childhood were bad, but getting to look through those eyes, fucking still love them.
Nope.
Method Man, good rapper, not the best actor.
No.
He has gotten better though. I feel like I've seen better stuff after this.
Possibly, but I just noticed that if you're in music and you're really good at it, and then you try your chops at acting, I feel like 98% of the time in that early stages, you're gonna suck.
Yeah, unless
Ludacris,
you're
he wasn't that great.
Justin Timberlake.
I mean, the list goes on. That's me covering up my inability to remember what kind of rappers are movie stars as well.
50 Cent.
Curtis Jackson.
There was only one that I can think of off the top of my head. No, two that were good right off the bat. Eminem.
I mean, it was a movie about himself, so
This is fair.
based on himself.
The other one would be Andre 3000.
Yeah, I liked him in Revolver.
Yep.
I know not a lot of people like that movie
Yeah.
for some reason. I liked it, but
He's good in fucking the Jackie Moon story. I can't remember the name of it. The basketball one with Will Ferrell.
nope.
Yeah,
I
well,
actually didn't see that movie. I know what you're talking about now.
he's in that. And he's good.
Is it Balls of Fury? No.
No.
That was a ping pong movie, wasn't it? Anyway.
What else you got over there?
I've
Is there anything positive we can say about this movie?
Let me check here.
I feel like we're shitting all over it, and I feel bad.
No. Sorry.
Problem
Insert
is
name here.
The problem is, like, it wasn't so bad it was good either. It was just, you're right, it's cringy. It was bad. It was, this might be the worst movie we've watched on this
Are you
show.
saying it's gonna trump Blood Rain?
I think so. It's a tough call.
Okay, so we'll put it in the terrible comedy section, while Blood Rain was in the terrible action section. So
I think Blood Rain might have been funnier. I think it was.
It was ironically funny.
You know what? But this movie was scary.
Yeah, I would say that. There was that moment that digging up the body really kind of
was so
took a
fucking
turn
weird
for me. It really was just like, whoa, hey, stop.
You know what else is
Get
weird
some
about
help.
this movie? They never had any struggle. Like the whole movie, just everything goes perfectly well for them.
I mean, they start getting Fs though. After their plant gets stolen, that's the struggle.
How long does it take them to turn that around? A montage?
Yeah. Can we talk about the Rammstein montage?
Yes.
I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah. I'm
It
thinking.
caught me off guard though. I was not expecting such a song to be in such a film.
I was thinking that most likely is going to be your MVP, honestly, or favorite scene.
It was up there.
And they also have Saliva in there, which I didn't expect either.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird mash of musical worlds. And that's during a scene with Cypress Hill in it.
In the scene, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say I've listened to a lot of Cypress Hill, but I know a few other songs,
yeah.
but they have a sound that reminds me of Insane Clown Posse, which then turns me away from them.
Yeah, I can see where that's
It's the voice.
Yeah. Well, they're one of those groups where the songs I know from them, I like, but the songs I don't know, I'm just like, this sounds like your other songs that I'd rather listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel bad for saying that in case anyone out there listens to Cypress Hill. They're good, but
They're not my
mine.
cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah. Not your bowl of weed. Oh man, I made references. We're so funny.
But yeah, no, like I said, my whole list of notes, like I literally wrote, guys are failing school. They're going to be on the come up, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't understand. There's a point in there where the dean has weed brownies and he suddenly becomes ghetto.
Yeah.
I don't think it works that way.
Well, in this universe it does.
Apparently. But then there's the stereotypical everybody's laughing, but he somehow turns worse.
At the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't affect him at all.
I don't get it.
And it's weird how they do that like halfway through the movie too, because it seems like that would be the moment where it's like, hey, we beat him. We got him on our side or something like that. And he stays cool the rest of the time. After that, no.
They just kick him out.
He immediately goes back to being an asshole. They should have had that at the very end with the whole party going on. It was so weird. Like everything was. That's why it seemed like they just made it up.
Not only that, but I feel like they started running out of ideas, which is why they ended on that freeze frame.
Yeah,
you can't satisfy me. I can.
That was silly.
Yeah.
Like that was your movie. That was the end.
It's just done. Like, I wonder if they did have a bit of an ending and there's like, we need to stop. We're either A, running out of money, or B, this just can't think of anything else.
I think it was just poorly written.
I don't think
that
this
the
was a
end.
movie that was ever meant to be criticized as hard as we were criticizing it.
Definitely not. No. I
Made
think
strictly for entertainment purposes. Don't judge us. We're gonna make this. You're gonna watch it, and you're gonna forget about it.
the problem was it wasn't entertaining. Like it just wasn't. It was rough. It was real rough. And now I understand, like, when critics go watch a movie that they don't like, and then they have to be like, well, it probably wasn't made for it. Now, fuck that. You made this movie. I'm gonna criticize it.
That is why we are here. We are the dudes who watch a movie.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say about this movie, honestly. I didn't write a whole lot of scenes, or a whole lot of notes, I should say. I did note that Meth and Red act like they've been friends forever, but they only meet in the beginning.
I actually put it there too. You immediately meet in a car, that scenario of, I don't have weed, I don't have a blunt, let's be best friends. And then suddenly throughout the film, they're acting as if they've been friends for years. Like they're almost finishing each other's lines type of friends. And I was like, how does that work?
Why didn't they just start out already being friends if they're going to be like that?
Exactly. I did write in here, there are too many scenes that do not need to be in this film. The exploding shitty pigeons.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get it, but it was a bit over the top.
If there wasn't
whole-
shit in that, I think it would have been funny.
Right? Yeah. No, I think if they would have just left it as is without them exploding and shitting and just, let the viewer realize what's going to happen.
No, I mean, let them explode. Just don't shit everywhere.
I suppose.
It doesn't even make sense. They hadn't even taken the X-Lax. What was the point?
The two college girls who claim to be virgins, that part when they do the sex and then the tape cells, like that, that was not necessary. It didn't need to be in the film, but it was in the film. Just, and stealing the dude's bike and destroying it,
Yep.
and then the bike getting stolen in pieces, like... think maybe it was just one of those things to make it longer, or it was, hey, this is a funny skit, let's put it in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's like they didn't have quality control to cut certain things out. In defense of the super weird, let's film them having sex scene, they did call back to that at least.
Yeah.
At the end, and they ran the same shtick through.
It's true.
Wasn't funny, but I mean, at least they tried.
They tried.
They tried.
There was an attempt.
I feel bad talking shit about them, because I assume, like, you know, if I ever made a movie, it would also probably be super stupid and shitty.
True.
And that's where I feel kind of at odds criticizing them for just having fun. It's like
we're not critically acclaimed.
Right.
We're not professionals.
It's like getting mad at Adam Sandler movies and saying that they're horseshit. I'm like, yeah, but he probably had fun. Like,
right.
they probably had fun making this movie, so
We
I can't
look
be mad
back
at
at our own films we made, and I'm sure they weren't that great, but we had fun.
Right.
2011 was our time.
I feel like if you make a really good movie, like a super good movie, no one has fun on that set.
It's true.
They're too busy. Like, it's gotta be good.
Too busy being serious.
We gotta win awards.
That being said, that's why we do this podcast, folks, for the fun of it.
This movie is from 2001.
Yes.
They're at Harvard, which is in Massachusetts, which did not legalize medical use of marijuana till 2012 and recreational in 2016. How did they not go to jail? They got, I guess the vice president vouched for him, but I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And does their weird German French botanist teacher, doesn't he know the project? You would think he would know about what the project is and be like, oh no, you can't do that. Why would you do that? Oui, I am French. You cannot do that. Oh, it is against the law. I don't understand. Do you not understand? It's against the law. He was weird. Okay.
He was weird.
Yeah. What was he? What was he?
He was a mix. I feel like they were trying to go for that. That's a noise.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
I haven't heard that noise before. I feel like it's the freezer vibrating on something.
It's something over there.
That's unfortunate.
We gonna be right back.
Stay tuned.
Oh, you son of a bitch. As soon as I get up.
Although
it knew
that botanist guy kind of reminded me of the plant teacher from Harry Potter, though.
Oh, the weird old lady with the big like Coke bottle glasses.
Kinda, yeah. Why does the botanist teacher gotta have glasses?
Well, because they're smart and nerds.
I guess.
Chlorophyll. More like borophyll.
You know I will not make out with. Speaking of Adam Sandler, we just circled right back around.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Nice hiss.
I got nothing.
Yeah,
nothing
no,
else.
I'm pretty much exhausted my notes at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit.
I saved my one positive for the end, so we will at least have one positive.
There was Bart. Bart was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Kinda. He was supposed to be the bad guy, but he was actually kind of funny. You're trying to frick her.
That was good. I did like that.
Gee golly.
So, I mean, maybe not everybody sucked, but like 98% of them sucked.
Oh, and that quote that they had? Get high, study high, score high.
Oh, man. That's so fucking cool, man. You're
Let's
right.
put it in a movie.
Let's do it. I wonder if that was the tagline thing on the poster.
Ooh. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
If not, missed opportunity for sure.
100%.
What's your what the fuck moment?
All right. What the fuck? We're going into this. Okay. My WTF moment. The whole film.
I thought about it.
But I know I've said that before for another film, so if I have to pick a moment, I don't know if I'm stealing yours or not, but off the top of my head, it was that moment where they dug that body up and then ground it up in the blender. That's the turn of the film where I was like, this doesn't fit. But
the water is all gross and like frothy, and
like,
it's got
he
chunks
went
in
from
it.
doing ashes to let's just blend this up into a shake. Like,
smoke this man's finger. Smoke it.
No. That's mine.
Yeah. There was that one. There was the pigeon one. There was the bike stealing one. There was Ivory falling out his window on fire and getting hit by the bus. But I went with the end. Just freeze frame. I can do that. And then freeze frame. Like, it was just such a non-ender.
It just cut you off. It's like blue balls of a movie. Not that I was enjoying it in the least bit, but
It's just really, it's this one of the most anticlimactic endings I've ever seen in a movie. There's that. There's The Devil Inside, where it cuts on that crash and that says, "For more information on this family, go to this website."
Fuck off.
It was a fucking hour-and-a-half movie that was a trailer for a website. And then there was Monty Python, The Holy Grail. Just the cops roll up on it.
Or justifiably, though, the way it ended.
Yeah, see, that one was funny.
Yeah, it made sense. That was a good note.
Yeah.
I wonder if they thought of that. Like, hey, Monty Python ended like this. We could end like that. It'd be great. But
Maybe they just didn't know what their ending was, and they were like, all right, that's it.
Cut.
They should have, it would have even been better if they would have done it. That's all, folks.
Yeah, probably.
Would have at least kept in line with the film's funniness, or sense of humor, I should say. Funniness gives it too much credit.
Campiness.
Yeah, for sure. Did you have a favorite scene?
I said if I had to pick one, I suppose it would be the meeting of Silas and Jamal in the two cars. Somehow after that, they just become great friends and they click. I enjoyed it because it wasn't as cringy as the rest of the film. I mean, it was kind of practical in the sense, but also, I don't know, for some odd reason, him dancing outside the car while the other dude's freaking out was just kind of, I thought was a little silly. So if I had to pick a favorite scene, it was going to be that one.
I almost feel if they just wouldn't have went so over the top with this movie, it probably would have been a lot better.
Yeah, I could see it.
Like, just a little bit of just having the ghost show up would have been enough. And then, like, just Redman's silliness, but I like the weird, like, speeding up time where everyone being able to see his mom up in the sky. There's too much of it.
It's like, stop.
My favorite scene was the study montage because it had Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast on it. So that immediately won.
I will say the film itself had a pretty decent soundtrack.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Your MVP?
Oh, I don't want to jump the gun, but you betcha it is. Hell
we'll
yeah.
go there. Might as well say, well, your MVP was the soundtrack.
It was 100% the soundtrack. It was either going to be that or credits.
When it finally stopped.
Well, it lost out because they played outtakes over the credits. Yeah.
Remember, there used to be a time where you would watch the film and there would usually 90% of the time be some sort of blooper or candids at the end. Back when VHS was a cool thing. Not a cool thing, I guess it was just a main media.
The MVP of credit scenes will always be Jackie Chan, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that guy did his own stunts, so yeah, there's going to be outtakes.
Fuck yes. Just him doing awesome shit and breaking his body in the process. And then sometimes he just doesn't know what English is. Who was it? Oh, I think it was Chris Rock. Was like, he's trying to order gefilte fish or something. But honestly, I don't know how to say it either. But I think it's supposed to be gefilte fish. It takes him like 30 takes to order it on an airplane at the end of one of the Rush Hour movies. He's like, what the fuck's a gefilte fish? It was good to laugh about a better movie.
Right. I finally feel a little bit more lighthearted about it.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to beep out his name a lot. We said a million times in this thing. Every time we say I think we're going to have to put like a bell. So it's like, yeah, thanks, ding.
No, can we do the multi-tonal thing? That one?
I wish we could find that movie.
Damn video it was. Okay, let's see. Is that everything?
Who was your MVP?
Oh, my MVP. I Need Money. The dude plays a good hype man, and he's very loyal. I just hated that he broke his thing and spoke, but I enjoyed his little antics. The quiet guy of the film was my favorite person. That tells you something about the film.
I was thinking him too, and I was with you. The same thing when he first got cut and said, "Oh no, this man has ruined my jacket," whatever. That was actually really funny. But then he kept talking. I was like, "Oh,
stop!
Yeah,
you're ruining it.
You did
Stop.
it, and he just went too far. He went too far."
It kind of reminded me of the Little Rascals. You can talk.
Oh man, well, I'll have to pick up a good movie for the next one.
Please do. We need a redemption.
Yeah. Either that, or I could try and find a worse one. But
do you want to subject ourselves to another hour and a half?
No.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
I'll pick a good one.
Please.
If any of you have any suggestions
that are not garbage,
please go ahead and let us know. I assume we'll have this out before we record it because this will come out on the 1st.
So. I'm trying to think of a way to try and get you guys to maybe send us a film without it being every single person has their own film. Like, I'd like to make the boundaries. So, like, make some sort of vote. These people get picked. These people put their votes in for what we want to watch. And then go from there. But I don't know how that works.
So we totally just missed the boat with March Madness. Could have just made a tournament.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, we could still do that. It doesn't have to be with March Madness. Granted, yeah, it's bracket season, but we can make our own brackets, right?
Yeah, we'll just remember it for next year.
Jesus. If we're still around.
Hey, we've almost done this for a year now.
It's true.
I think.
We've almost circled around.
I didn't research it, but I
We've
just got feeling.
improved. I mean, I'd say so. 2 movies a month. We're probably at like, what, 20 now? Maybe. Who knows? 420. Yeah.
Yeah. Sick reference. Also, there used to be like 10 people that watched us. Now we're on 12.
Are you serious?
Shut the fuck up. We're doing this.
How's our likes? We still got 1?
I think so.
Nice.
Started from the bottom and we're still there.
We'll stick around here for a while. We do it for the funsies, guys.
This is true.
Not for you.
Even when my manager makes fun of me.
That's cool. So that means he watches it?
First of all, how dare you? It's a she.
Well, I thought you were talking about the tattoo guy.
No, that's I have like 9 managers.
Okay, well, she watches it?
Mm-hmm. No.
No.
She asked me how it feels to be a cliche, and I told her pretty good.
Roll with it. Roll with it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that concludes our first episode. I guess first film for the month of April.
Mm-hmm.
It's been real cringy. We appreciate you sticking around if you've made it this far.
Yep.
Our quality is obviously upgraded. We're working on making things better with time. If you have ideas, submissions, please. I probably forced you into the group. I apologize if you hate that. You can back out yourself if you'd like. Or share it with your friends, because more people gets more ideas. More ideas make things creative. We're a community.
Oh, but we're antisocial. I'm confused.
It's true, I know.
Yeah.
We don't like people, kind of. That being said, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. If you watched the film, we're sorry.
Unless you're welcome, I guess.
Yeah. We did you a solid, son.
Can I change my MVP real quick?
Yeah?
I want to change it to... I know this movie was really bad, but we did also get to like think of it and talk about a little bit.
It's true.
So even though he gives us really bad movies, still my MVP.
He was part of the Whoa Yeah
Mm-hmm.
Productions group. You know, maybe we should do that. Maybe ask every member of the Whoa Yeah group, so maybe about 4 more people, what we're going to watch, and we can do like an honor.
Wovember?
We'll see. Oh, man.
Look out. Oh, man. We got to go before we get too many good ideas.
Yes, indeed. Again, thanks for making it this far. We love ya. We'll see you later. Have a good one.